morning, everyone. Welcome to our webinar today. Our topic of today is Motionnet solutions. Today you can learn about Motionnet System. I will show you our ICP DAS motion control hardware and software with Motionnet protocols. Feel free to enter your question into the chat box. I will answer them at the end of the webinar. So the agenda will be, we'll start from introduction to the Motionnet system, how to control servo motor systems, how to use the motion control hardware and software, and lastly the application of motion control and Motionnet I/O modules. We will also talk about our product line, including PC I/O cards, slave I/O module, motion control module, and hub modules. ICP DAS was established in 1993. The headquarters is located in Hsinchu, Taiwan. ICP DAS USA was launched in 2001 to support the North and South American markets. We have over 200 R&D engineers, and we work closely with them to add new features to our products, develop new products, and to support our customers. Most of our products are RoHS compliant, which means they are lab-free. Before we begin the webinar, I want to start a poll to see how much you know about Motionnet and motion control products. Okay, and then there's the next question. Okay. Seems like most of you don't know what's motion control and Motionnet system. Okay. Motionnet is a super high-speed serial communication system that includes a master card and slave module and developed by Nippo Pulse Motor in Japan. Motionnet is a total-less wiring system with a serial communication at high speed of 20 megabytes per second, and the maximum distance is up to 100 meters. On the same RS-485 bus, it allows up to 64 slave motion control modules and 2,048 I/O points. So as you see from the picture, the data speed is really quick. Motionnet communication between the master and the slave is based on a RS-485 technology. It can be multi-drop or half duplex, and it can provide the advantage of reduced wiring requirement together with the capacity of long distance and high speed communication. Data transfer for the I/O modules is cylindrical and time, so it can be widely used for industrial automation application. As you see, if the transfer rate is 20 megabytes per second, the number of local devices can be up to 32 devices. But if you lower the transfer rate to 10 megabytes per second, you can have up to 64 devices on the same RS-485 bus. ICP DAS provides two categories of slaves. The first is used for digital I/O, and the other is used for motion control. There are three main types of digital I/O module. It's a 32 channels input, 32 channels output, and 16 channels input and output. Using this slave device, actuator and sensors can easily be directly connected. Motion control modules can be used together with either servo motor or a stepping motor from a variety of vendors. In order to control servo motor system, we offer the solution of PC I/O card, hub, slave I/O module, and motion control module. So the first one here is the PC I/O card. So this one is for PCI card, and then for this is a motion control module. The motion control module can send signal to servo motor or the drive to control the different motors. The PISO MN-200 is a PCI master card that provides two Motionnet serial communication lines for distributed motion and I/O control in machine automation applications. The master card can be used to connect up to 128 slave modules because we have 64 for each lines, and then we have two lines on the slave module. If one of the Motionnet line is only used for I/O control, it can send and receive signal to or from 2048 points on 64 local devices within 0.97 milliseconds. When it is used to control motors or drive, it can control up to 64 axes, which can be used to execute continuous positioning motor, zero return, and even multi-axis operation. In addition to serial communication, the PISO MN-200 card is also equipped with parallel I/O ports. It has 8 input channels and 4 output channels for rapid and I/O control. Next will be our Motionnet Remote I/O module. This module is called MN-3253. It is an I/O expansion device for Motionnet System and is equipped with 32 isolated digital input channels. Each Motionnet communication line can be connected to up to 64 modules, meaning that the I/O can be expanded to up to 2048 input channels. The communication time required is 15.1 microseconds. If 64 modules have been connected, The signal from 2048 points on 64 modules can be sent and received within 0.97 milliseconds. The update of I/O status is completed automatically through the Motionnet System as a constant interval. And setting interval for specific input points that the consumer wants to monitor can help prevent CPU time from being wasted by keep pulling when there is nothing else for the issuing process to do. Each input port can be specified as either NPN or PNP input. It also has output, open connector output, and each output can have 200 milliamp. This one is our new remote I/O modules with the mini clamp connector. The MN-SERVO-XXX is an I/O expansion device for Motionnet System, just like the previous one, and is equipped with 32 isolated digital input. Each Motionnet communication line can be connected up to 64 modules, meaning that it can be expanded to 2048 input channels as well. It has 12 to 24 volt NPN input and open connector output with 200 milliamp output per channel. The easy mini clamp connector can be easily connected with other motion control modules as well. This one is our motion control modules. The part number is MN-SERVO-MJ3PA4YSV-DAA. That is for different brand of motion control drive. I will show you in the next slides. This series is used to expand the number of axes for distributed motion control in Motionnet Fieldbus. These extension slave modules can be directly plugged into the servo driver and being connected serially to the controller by a simple and affordable Cat5 LAN cable, reducing the wiring effort between driver and controller. This is very suitable for highly integrated machine automation application. It has maximum output pulse of 6.66 megapulse per second, and the command and counter is 28 bits. After the module is plugged into the servo driver, all you need to do is make the serial LAN cable connect between the modules. One serial line can support up to 64 single-axis modules. ICP DAS provides a variety of motion control modules suitable for a range of brands of servo driver. Such as the Mitsubishi J3 and J4 driver, Panasonic, Yaskawa Sigma, Delta, and Teco servo. Here is our MN-SERVO model that are compatible with different models of servo motor. Feel free to contact us if you want to check the compatibility of your servo. Next one is our new servo motion control module. It ends with the EC series. It is used to expand the number of axes for motion control on the Motionnet field bus, which is the same as MN-SERVO series. The EC module is equipped with mini clamp connector, provide for an easy and reduce wire termination process. The MN-2091U is our universal motion control module for connecting up with any servo. The 26-pin HDD sub connector can be used to easily connect with different servo motors and stepper driver. ICP DAS also provides a cable suitable for a range of brands of servo drivers, which further reduce the amount of wiring required between the driver and the controller, making this an ideal solution for highly integrated machine automation application. It can be connected using a regular LAN RJ45 cables and the casings, and it's steam wheel mountable. The last one is our Motionnet hub modules. In some users' application, they may encounter some difficulty in wiring since the standard Motionnet only supports daisy chain topology. The MN Hub 4 series module can help users to use star or tree topology during wiring, which not only can make the wiring more easy, but also reduce the total wiring distance and cost. It can be connected using a regular LAN RJ45 cable, and it has also mini clamp connector to connect with the servo motor modules. It also has two-way isolation, and it's steam wheel mountable as well. We have finished our webinar for today. Please feel free to ask any question you may have. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Google+ to get the most updated information in industrial automation. We will post the video of this webinar to our website shortly.